Welcome to the latest Nestlé Roundtable event with Restaurant Magazine, where we're discussing the crucial topic of local sourcing, what it means, how you engage with your staff and your customers about the theme of locality and provenance. We've gathered together a group of operators from Michelin-starred restaurateurs through to large food service companies to tackle this crucial issue. Restaurateurs and food service companies are united in support of the principle of local sourcing. This isn't just because of the environmental aspects such as food miles, but born as much from a desire to support local businesses and British farming and to build up trusted face-to-face relationships with their suppliers.
My approach to local sourcing at Becasse, it was kind of a little bit of a whirlwind of a journey, because I'd come from Michelin-starred kitchens where we traditionally would buy a lot of French produce, a lot of produce out of Rungees, and all of a sudden I arrived in Ludley where there was this wealth of produce on my doorstep. Amazing suppliers, local shoots going on, 3 butchers in the town, markets happening, 2 cheese shops, delis, and it was, there's this massive larder of ingredients there, and so I'd be stupid not to use it. So it really made me think about, why am I buying a squab pigeon from France when I can get a wood pigeon that's locally shot? Why am I, and why? And I was just asking myself questions, and it was about building up relationships with local suppliers, building up trust so that I can trust that they can supply me quality and consistency. And I think that's what it's all about. It's not a case of going, well, I use local produce for the sake of it. It's because guests coming through the door have got massive expectations. I need to live up to them or exceed them, and I'm only going to do that with suppliers on my side. And the best produce that enters my kitchen, I need the best produce to make the best dishes.
Local sourcing won't work in a business sense without the engagement of the staff, both in the kitchen and front of house. The more they have an involvement and understanding of what they're cooking or serving, the more they can impart some of that passion across to the customers.
Educating staff and engagement is absolutely crucial. So a lot of that revolves around your relationship with a supplier, farm visits, fishing trips to market. It's all part of the progress. We get some of the guys to plant. They get a sort of day release into the grounds, help plant some of the courgettes. So when they're picking a courgette flower, it's their courgette flower. But the key thing is a farm visit, so that when they physically, it's not engaging internally, they're talking to the farmer who's far more passionate about his venison or the tomato, nut-borne tomatoes or secret asparagus, and when they actually go and see it grown and cooking it fresh from the fields, it really changes their perspective.
There's a feeling that diners are increasingly aware of local sourcing and seasonality in general, but it's up to the industry to lead and educate them as much as possible.
There's a lot of educating to be done about locality, and even though customers are becoming much more interested about it and almost expect to be able to have that option of locality as an offering for them, for the clients themselves, it's more the fact that we are asked to have these products, and so we can talk about it on our menus, and we've got fantastic marketing incentives of imagery about meet the grower, so you can see where the products come from and whereabouts on the map it is, and so that there is that visual kind of option. And also I've learnt that it's really useful to go and talk to the executive chefs to actually get them on board, because if you have the belief behind from them, then it's a fantastic place to go to, because then they will be able to show the rest of the business that that's the way they want to go, and that the locality of the product gives an extra dimension to the menus, which is something that we always want to be able to do.
So we found that the issue of local sourcing remains an incredibly hot topic amongst our group of operators. There are many issues around the definition of what local sourcing means, but across the board there's a feeling that the industry and consumers alike are becoming much more attuned and much more educated as to the specifics of locality, provenance and seasonality.